some crazy shit's going down. I'm on goon patrol tonight. Forgive me because I'm gonna talk in a lot of code in this video. But basically there's an area of Tokyo, if you guys know Tokyo history, is a town or a neighborhood, we'll say. It's just straight up goon shops and goon caves, the entire town. I had heard that this was a place through the grapevine, through actually these crazy dudes that I met outside of Nakano Station. These Japanese guys were telling me, like, you got to go there and check it out. They were telling me to come here and purchase for a night, a woman of the night. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But I was like, you know what? Sometime I'll go over there and I'll just like see what the vibe is like. And it's crazy because you can't even find this neighborhood. Like if you put the name of the neighborhood into your map, it doesn't even come up. Nothing comes up. You need to like do some research online to find out basically how to get here. Looks like it's been scrubbed off the internet and stuff. But I mean, if you read some forums and shit, like you can figure out how to get here. But anyways, I'm like, let's see if it's still pumping, if people are still spraying their wads left and right in all these buildings, you know, like they did years ago. And you know, sure enough, this entire neighborhood over here, I'm not gonna film it because I'm sure someone's gonna get pissed off. I'm sure someone's gonna kick my ass. This entire neighborhood is all like themed. It's basically themed buildings. One says like Rocket Wife. It's this giant pink building. One is like a green castle. One is there was like, it looked like a cave. They're basically themed like love hotels, and it looks like a bunch of like nice love hotels. They've got a lot of themes, and then some of them just look like luxury hotels basically. And it's actually, there's really not much to see because it's not like a nightlife area. You know, in some of the nightlife areas, Kabukicho, even in like area of Dogenzaka and Shibuya, Roppongi, Akasaka, you know, there will be bars and pachinko parlors and clubs, and then you'll also see like occasionally there'll be like a girl standing outside somewhere trying to get you to go inside, and they do like massages or whatever, something like that. This, like, there's nothing going on here except for just straight gooning. It's really quiet, like residential town, kind of like lower income residential town, I would say. And then there's just this neighborhood, and it's just very quiet, and it's all these like themed hotels and nice hotels basically. And occasionally you'll just see like a man dressed in a suit standing out front, but not even that most of the time. And they just have these funny names, and for whatever reason, like they're all in like French. Like in Japan, they love French themed things, France, and like they always name like bakeries and cafes, and all like the apartment complexes, not all of them, but so many of the apartment complexes have like, I think like French names, and they're like Paris-Genu, or like I don't even know, I don't remember off the top of my head, but they're all these like French named like hotels and look like nice apartment complexes. And occasionally there'd just be a dude standing in a suit outside. And then occasionally also you'll see like prices on like a little sign, and it'll say like 120 minutes, Niman Gosen-en, which is like $200 or something like that. And it'll say like bathing fee. And then there's like not really any regular cars on the streets around here, but there are taxis just flying in and out. And like every other building, there's a taxi in front of it, either picking someone up or dropping someone off. And most of them just look like businessmen, like salarymen. They're wearing like white shirts, black pants. They just probably got off their work. Maybe they're working in IT. They just got off their work at the Kaisha, and now they're getting in a taxi, hopping over here to get milked and spray their wads out. Like the amount of people in this neighborhood that are spraying their wads out probably at the same time right now, it's got to be some kind of record, like world record for an area, I would assume. I mean, I'm not going to go and film the actual buildings, but I'm like 2 blocks away from the heart of the action, we'll say. And a couple guys were like, a couple of like the businessmen or whatever, like the guys in the suits that are standing out front, I guess they're bouncers or what do you call them? I don't know. Hosts? Not hosts, because that's a different thing. But whatever, you guys get the idea. They'll say like hello to me, and they'll say like huddle, and they'll like try to invite me inside. I'm like, no thanks, and I just keep walking. And then I actually saw a group of 3 American dudes walk, like they all met up, and like there were 2 guys, and they were waiting for another dude, and he just walked out of one, and they met him, and they were like, bro, that was crazy, and they were laughing, and they're like, yeah, like mine kissed me, like we were doing like a deep tongue kiss, and they were laughing about it. And I just tried to like eavesdrop a little bit and hear a little bit about what they were saying. And then I saw 2 different taxis that just like pulled up, and what the taxis will do, they'll come down the street, and then the guy will like get off of the front doorstep and walk out and like wave his hand out, and the taxi stops in front, and either like a guy walks out because he's going into this building to get his hog yanked, or I saw like 2 girls also. They got masks on, of course, they're covering their identity. They get out, they just the taxi drops them right off, and they walk right in. They're clocking in. And now I'm paranoid because people have been looking at me on my phone. Now there's a girl walking right behind me. I think she might have just clocked out. Clocked out after doing that dark magic. And so anyways, I just think this is crazy. Like, Japan never ceases to amaze me. Just like the gooning culture out here is just on a different level. Obviously, do I recommend it? No, like, stay away from this stuff. You can get into this vicious cycle where this is something you're spending money and time on. It's just ridiculous. But it is, I mean, it's the novelty, it's the spectacle of Japan, and especially someone coming from a country where this stuff is, for the most part, widely illegal, the USA. It's just really interesting how normalized it is here for dudes to just go out and pay for some goon. And goddamn, I thought this girl was following me still. That girl right back there. I guarantee you she just clocked out. Like, this is... Also, I have a friend, obviously I'm not gonna say his name, but I have a friend who I know who told me, like, he came out here, got his rocks off, and had a wonderful time, and I was just like, wow, that's just so different, man. This entire neighborhood over here, it's like an entire town of dudes freaking and paying to freak. Japan is different, y'all. I've lived here for 3 years, and I've never, like, this isn't far from where I live. I've never had the idea to, like, come check it out and, like, see what's going on over here and, like, if it's actually legit. And, oh, yes, indeed. Things are popping off out here, man. Anyways, I'm gonna get going, guys. I've just been on, so I've been on this kick where, so I've been, like, telling people, yo, I'm gonna do, like, a tour lately. Like, yo, if you guys, like, a lot of people want to hang out with me, they want to meet me while I'm here in Tokyo. I'm like, yeah, like, I'll show you around, I'll show you something. And then, like, I got a couple people messaging me asking, like, do you know, like, the dark side of Tokyo? Do you know, like, the creepy side of Tokyo? Do you know, like, where to see interesting stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I know a little bit. Like, I know more than, obviously, people who have never been here, people who don't live here, of course. Like, I know as much as probably the average person that lives here. But if I'm going to be doing a tour, like, I need to do my studying. I need to do my field research. So, no, I'm not actually going in any of these places. Hand to God. But I was kind of like, I should probably, like, if someone wants to see what this area is like, I should probably get the lay of the land before I just say, like, hey, yeah, I'll show you around. I think it's in this area. Because people want to see interesting stuff when they come here. I actually just saw a guy doing a tour through here while I was out here. Pretty sure he's like a comedian on TikTok or something. But anyways, I was like, whoa, man, Japan is different. And this is right in your backyard. I mean, there are families here. This is a residential area, and then there's just this neighborhood. Anyways, really different ass time, man. All right, I'm gonna get going, y'all. Hit me up. Anyways, hit me up if you guys want to do a tour. If you're coming here to hang out and you want me to show you around just like some different areas, some things that you might not be able to find out just through your Tokyo top 5 list that you find online or whatever, send me an email. We'll set up some type of payment plan. It's probably not gonna be much, guys. Like I just need any type of money right now. And we'll figure it out, all right? Hit me up, send me an email, youngjamesYT@gmail.com. All right, peace out, y'all.